L'union fait la force.
Welcome back to Afrique Creole. I would like for everyone to help me welcome a good friend of mine and family, my cousin, Mr. Serge Valcourt. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
Doing good, doing good. It's always a pleasure to see you.
In everything that we do, we must give glory to God, because He's the one who allows me, to accomplish, such a great dream. And I must tell you about my writing. It was a gift, from God, because I write my poems, in three different languages: French, English, and Haitian Creole.
God is the author and the finisher of your faith, right?
Oh, yes, yes, He is, He is.
Serge's poetic wisdom. When someone reads this book, they'll get some knowledge, they'll get some fulfillment.
See, the style of poems that I write, they vary. But I must say one thing, Joe. I got my inspiration, from the Bible. Because I read the Psalms of David, the Proverbs of Solomon. I read them a lot. So by reading these books, I'm inspired. There are times that you have something, good in you, but you don't know unless someone else tells you what it is. The reason why I'm saying this, it starts way back. Way back. I remember I almost died.
Wow, near
I
death
almost
experience?
died.
My
That's when
goodness.
I wrote my first poem, "A Sick Man Cured." In French, "Le Malade Guéri." 2014. Something new came to my mind. It was for Valentine's Day. And I said, you know what? Instead of buying my wife flowers, let me write her.
Wow, that's a gift from the
So
heart.
I wrote her a poem entitled "My Wife." And after I wrote the poem to her, she looked at it. She said, I don't believe this. She said, "This is your talent, and you must publish." I said, "Nah, nah, nah." She said, "I'm telling you, you must publish. You are a poet." And what she said that inspired me, when she said, "Listen, all the great poets, Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes, Paul Dunbar, they all died. You're going to replace them." By her saying that to me that year, yeah, I wrote close to 200 poems.
So all of those things were just floating around in
They
your
just
mind?
come, on my mind, just write them.
These poems, you translate them or you write them in the different languages?
For example, I'm going to say a poem for you, entitled "Bondage." I wrote it in English, but I translated it in French.
Give me a snippet of bondage.
Bondage.
Yes.
I can see the tears of sadness that cover my face. I can hear the malicious words of prejudice that oppress my waist. I can feel the painful scars on my skin that were damaged by the master's whip. I suffer the pain of bondage from birth to grave because I was born in captivity. For decades, I toiled with pains and toiled with misery. As centuries progressed, my descendants witnessed the abuse of injustice and the malice of prejudice. I was lynched and left behind on a branch of a tree. My footsteps were immobile because I could not carry the weighted shackles. After a while, the cries of liberty escaped my memory. As injustice increasingly outgrew my peace. But victoriously, I conquered slavery and banished the wickedness of racism. Glory be to God who sent courage from above and set me free. Today, victory is mine because Jesus Christ in His mercies has pulled me out from the grave of bondage, and He declares me victorious.
We're going to take a short break
Okay.
and we'll be right back.
This poem, I was inspired to write it for my beloved wife. entitled My Wife. Joy enters my soul. Happiness overwhelms my spirit as your image imprints on my mind. My heart is revived because you made me see the glory of love. Honey, you are my precious jewel. Take me to your world so that we can congratulate amazing grace and give glory to love. Honey, hold me tight as we enjoy the blessings coming down from above. Let success reside under our roof. And let joy abide by us permanently. For sweetheart, you are my soulmate, and you are my wife. The desperate crowd rush to observe the incredible miracles performed by a man named Jesus. They gathered to witness the divine one. For some, it was the day that God's glory manifested the wonder of his love, and for others, it was the day of surrender to the great I am. Among a bustling crowd was a woman who suffered from an issue of blood for 12 long years. That was her opportunity to submit a burden to the great physician. Her faith renewed her confidence with an undisputed ego. If only I could touch the hem of his garment, the woman said, he will make me whole again, and my soul be restored. Touch the garment of Jesus through prayer, for he is the burden bearer and the problem solver. Touch the garment of Jesus when inconvenience occur and struggle break loose. Just touch the garment of Jesus, and he will rescue you.
I thank you for your ministry. I thank you for your gift that you're sharing with people, the upliftment that they encounter through your stories, whether they are based on your past experience or even someone else's experience, really do matter, and they really make a difference. So I thank you.
Anytime, anytime.
L'union fait la force.